Hello. So if you're tuning in right now, I guess you've got some extreme uncertainty in your life. Maybe there's an exam, a promotion, a hospital visit, some kind of illness. Something is going on in your life right now that is causing your mind to go a little wild. What if this? What if that? What if this? And now those kind of what ifs, it's too much. It's kind of crazy. And I've had a very extreme situation in my life where I was hit by a car and how I did not fall into a panic attack, how I did not go mad. And that's really what I want to share in this video, in this meditation, of how in that moment of being hit by a car, lying in the street, then being taken to hospital and having x-rays, I really stayed. It's kind of crazy when I think back how just calm I stayed. But that's what I want to share with you, because what I could have done, I could have been lying in the street, panicking, saying, what about this? Is this okay? Is that okay? What about this? You know, going round and round and round. Equally, when I'm in the hospital, it could have been the same. Every step of the way, I could have been adding stress upon stress upon stress upon stress. And maybe this is what you're doing right now. There's something in your life and you're just adding stress, so much more stress on top of an already stressful situation. And sometimes it can be very, very anxiety inducing to have a big unknown in your life. But sometimes that's just the way it is. And we cannot rush into the future. There's nothing we can do other than be with it, be in that moment, be with the anxiety. And sometimes the anxiety is literally the anxiety we create. The anxiety is just the story. So if I kind of go back into, if I give a little detail of my story and the crash that I had, I was cycling to work and I just was not paying attention. I was being really silly. There was a parked bus, and rather than kind of pulling up to the bus, checking left, right to see if there's any kind of traffic, I just shot out because I was in too much of a rush to get to work. And then the car hit me side on and I was thrown a good 15, 20 feet across into the street. It was kind of insane. And as I lay there, I remember kind of opening my eyes. Wasn't knocked unconscious, but I opened my eyes and I saw the car, I saw the headlights. And, you know, I was alive. But all I could do was just stare at the headlights. And I think I immediately went into this meditative mode. And this is the one reason I'll say now, meditation can maybe not save your life, but it can really, really make a kind of huge difference when you have this practice, when you have this discipline. Because in that moment then, I'm not panicking. I just saw the headlights and I just breathed. I just breathed. That was the first step, just breathe. Don't go into the head. And in that moment, maybe I didn't even have the capacity to go into the head. I was just breathing, one breath after the next. Just stay with that body awareness. Unfortunately, I wasn't mashed up. My legs weren't turned round backwards kind of thing. My arm wasn't behind my head. So I breathed. I had the capacity to breathe, just stay with that. The ambulance came, they picked me up, picking glass out of my bum. And again, I just stayed with it, stay with the breath, because there was so much that I didn't know. I had no idea the extent, if there were internal injuries, if there was something broken. I really had no sense of what was happening. But I knew that running into the future was not going to help, because my legs were hurting. My whole left side of my body was really, really kind of aching quite strongly. But anyway, they get me to the hospital. I'm going to be x-rayed now, and they want to x-ray my spine. And again, just knowing they want to x-ray my spine and my back, I could be going into another story of what if, driving myself nuts. I could have just had the biggest panic attack of my life. But I didn't. I just stayed with the breath. I really went into this mode of just stay with the breath, stay with the breath. But the biggest, maybe kind of challenge, the strongest moment, which is I want to kind of share with you now, which was so powerful, and I'll never forget it, was after they'd done the X-ray. And again, when they did the X-ray, it was a surrender. It really was a surrender. And I let them move me this way. I let them move me this way. Take the X-rays, and just stayed with my breath. And I almost let myself be a doll. Like at this moment in time, I'm in their hands. There's nothing that I can do. So just surrender, switch this off, stay with the breath. But the biggest moment for me came after the X-ray. Then they put me into a wheelchair. And I had just a few minutes of just sitting there waiting for them to wheel me wherever they needed to wheel me. And again, I was sitting there like, okay, I've been hit by a car. And again, not going into the story of that, not going into, oh my God, what just happened? Just staying with the breath, staying in my body. And then what I heard as I was sitting there, I heard the word broken pelvis, 100%, I'll never forget it. I heard the word broken pelvis said by a doctor in the next room. And even as I say it now, I can almost feel, not a tear behind my eyes, I can feel the emotion of that moment of just sitting there, hearing that word. And I distinctly remember, I heard the word broken pelvis, and I just thought, if it's my pelvis, it's my pelvis. If it's not my pelvis, it's not my pelvis. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I can panic, and what will panic achieve? Panic will make it 1,000,000 times worse. Panic is not going to help. And I really just sat there, and I stayed with the breath and surrendered to whatever the road lay ahead. And maybe there's a situation in your life right now where you feel there's a turning point. It could be this, or it could be this. And it might feel life or death. And maybe it isn't life or death. But whatever it is, adding the stress, adding the torment is not going to help. And so I sat, and it was neither kind of peace or joy. It was just very still. I just remember being very still, quiet, just very aware of my body, just very aware of the body. And then maybe 2 minutes later, I had a good 5 minutes of just not knowing. I really had, but in that 5 minutes, that could be a major meltdown or a moment of amazing kind of bliss. And it was not a bliss, but it was very still. And then they came, and they didn't say a word. They didn't say broken pelvis or not broken pelvis, because it wasn't my broken pelvis. I did not have a broken pelvis, so there was nothing for them to say. So as they started to wheel me away, I quickly realized, oh, they didn't say anything. I guess they would have said something, so I guess it's not. And then that was it. They gave me some crutches, and they told me to go home. And then I spent the next few days at home, hardly able to move, in crutches. And then again, I went for another scenario, which is maybe another story of then other injuries, other investigations, where something did come up. And in that situation, there was a blood clot. I had a blood clot in my leg, and that took days to develop. But again, even in that situation, I was still, there's no point in panicking here. And even when I was told days later to go to the hospital and get it checked, I didn't go in a panic. And that time felt more kind of serious. This is, the next stage of like, okay, I think something's developed. I think you should go. So there's a very strong possibility. And in the end, there was a blood clot. And I cried when they told me. I cried. But again, I didn't go into a panic. I got the information, and I took myself. I actually took myself the next day, which is insane. Really, if you're told you have a blood clot, you should go just there and then. But instead of going to the hospital and get checked for a blood clot, which could kill me, I actually went to a meditation group, because I thought a meditation group would do me more good. It would calm me down, because I was so in that zone. And maybe you could say I'm crazy. Maybe I was crazy. But in that moment, I just wanted calm. Maybe in that moment, I couldn't face going to the hospital to be told I had a blood clot, which I probably knew was the reality. So I went to a meditation group. It was only the following day that I went, and then I had the blood test, and yes, it was a blood clot, and I cried when they told me. And that's fine, because I had the confirmation. I was told, yes, you've got blood clot, and I'm human, and you're human, and I cried. And that's great. It was not a positive release, but it was a release, and you have to release it. But still, my absolute focus through the whole process of the crash in the hospital, the x-ray, then even with the blood clot and that test was stay with the breath, stay with the body, stay calm, not racing into the future. And maybe I could have been more sensible in terms of having the blood clot test immediately when they told me. But you need to do what you need to do. And that's what I needed to do then. So I want to share meditation now, where we go into your uncertainty. Whatever uncertainty that you're playing with in your life right now, we'll go into that. We'll breathe into that. Breathe into the body, because it's the body awareness, it's the presence. That's ultimately what, I won't even say stopped me going crazy, because I didn't even feel I was about to go crazy. I just default went into breathe, be aware of the body during the x-ray. Because I had so much practice all my life of all my meditations. And then with the blood clot, I delayed the hospital. That was my coping mechanism, for right or wrong. So this is a tool for you to cope, your coping mechanism, your coping tool, to deal with the stress, to deal with the what ifs. So you can find this peace, you can find this calm with whatever's going on in your life right now. So if you find a cozy position wherever you are, it doesn't have to be upright. It can be in a chair, reclining. It can even be in bed, as long as you don't fall asleep. But just stay with this awareness now. So we'll practice a body awareness and breathing awareness for you to calm down, for you to face your uncertainty and move out of the uncertainty, because uncertainty is a concept. Because when you're present, when you're in your body, that's all there is. There's just your body and there's your awareness. So just take a moment now, just close your eyes. Just bring your awareness to your breath, and we'll share 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just tuning into your breath. And just tune into your body now. Where are you holding the stress right now? Maybe it's around your shoulders, in the middle of your back, bottom of your back, wherever you're holding it, wherever it is. Just tune in. Tune into where you're holding your stress and just allow it to be there. We're not wishing for it to go away. We're not trying to change anything at all right now. We're just surrendering to the way your body is. However comfortable or uncomfortable you are, it's just what it is right now. And as you breathe, just allow your chest to sink, your shoulders to sink. Just feeling the exhale. Just allowing the stress to leave you as you exhale. Just imagining a gentle breeze on your body. Just blowing over your skin. Blowing through your hair. This breeze just gently carries away any stress that you're carrying. Like dust being blown away. And this dust is the accumulation of old thoughts, old ideas, old stories. Just imagine this breeze just blowing away the stress from the top of your head. Just feel it there on the top of your head. Now imagine this breeze around your forehead, clearing any stress away from around your eyes, relaxing any stress lines, blowing around your jaw, relaxing your jaw, and your throat. This breeze just sweeps down your shoulders. Imagine this breeze brushing down your arms, brushing down your hands, brushing this dust. Imagine these small clouds of dust just appearing, falling off your body, being carried away. Every idea, every stress being a cloud of dust. Just imagine what's the biggest cloud of dust, the biggest cloud in your mind right now. The biggest what if hovering there. Just imagine now the breeze is blowing this out of your mind, off your shoulders, off your back. And if you feel this dust cloud lingering around you, it's floating somewhere nearby, that's okay. If it's a strong thought, it won't vanish immediately. Just allow this dust to dissolve, to spread through the air, this thought to get weaker. Just come back to your breath in your body again. Moving down through your back, down to the base of your spine. And if it helps, imagine moving your hands, just tapping your shoulders, tapping your hands. You can imagine just banging the dust off you if it's a little stubborn. You can imagine a brush in your hands, or maybe a shake, whatever helps you. Whatever helps you shake off this dust to be carried away with the breeze. So you can be with your breath. You can be with your body. Just down to your feet, bringing your awareness down to your feet. Just tune in now. You've shaken off some of the dust. some of the what ifs, the stories. Or maybe there's some deeper emotions too. Some deeper feelings inside of your chest, your belly. We need to allow those to move too. So we need those to rise up through us. We can't bury them. Just as we shook the dust off, we need to allow them to come to the surface. So if there's a tear, allow that tear to fall. If there's a sigh, allow yourself to sigh. Allow the feeling to rise up through your chest, rise up through your throat. And fill your chest. Really feel that panic, feel the feeling, whatever it is. Feel the fear behind the story. It's the fear that drives all the what ifs. And your fear is justified. You're allowed to feel the way you feel. And sometimes the feelings, that story, that create the story. And sometimes the feelings are created by the story. Someone says something. Something just goes through your mind and then immediately your emotions are triggered. Your heart's racing. So we've been shaking off the story. We've been shaking off the what if. Now we've just been allowing the feelings to arise, to come to the surface, and just to be there in your body. When we're being body aware, we're being body aware to whatever is there. Don't try to push anything away now. We're not shaking the feeling off. We're allowing it. We're allowing it to rise, to become as strong as it needs to become right now. Before it begins to naturally weaken and fade. So we'll sit now for 2-3 minutes. This is a beautiful gift you're giving yourself, this time to breathe through this uncertainty, to breathe your way back into your body, to be present, to be grounded, to be the only place you can truly ever be, which is here and now. Just give yourself this gift of these next few minutes, no thoughts, rooted in your body. And just feel that relief. Feel the steadiness. Knowing you can give this to yourself anytime that you need. Stay with your breath. Just one more minute now. So just to wrap up the meditation now. Just allowing this peace, this calm, this stillness to anchor in your body. This is yours now. And any time that you need to retune into this feeling, I have a short version of this meditation which you can click on here. You can watch any time to quickly de-stress, to come out of the what-ifs, back into your body. This piece is yours. Stay with it for as long as you can, in the body. If you haven't opened your eyes already, just open your eyes. And stay with this. Stay present, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right.